My name is Nagsai Purvaj and my topic is comparison between the different types of amplitude modulation technique. The amplitude modulation is the modulation where we will change the characteristics of the carrier signal with respect to the amplitude of the message signal. So here we will do the modulation for making to send the signal far and increasing the power of the signal, and this is the AM signal, and this is the AM signal which is generated, and this is the frequency domain of the AM signal. There are two bands and a carrier signal here So this is the amplitude, this is the first amplitude, this is the second amplitude, this is the full based, this is the full carrier. So this is the DSBFC or full carrier, double sideband full carrier amplitude modulation technique. And there are different types of modulation techniques. So that is DSBSC or double sideband suppressed carrier, or DSB full carrier or double sideband full carrier, and quadrature amplitude modulation, and single sideband and vestigial sideband, and double sideband suppressed carrier. And first we will know what is double sideband suppressed carrier. Double sideband suppressed carrier, where it is called as double band suppressed, the AM modulation is called as double band suppressed carrier if the carrier is suppressed or the carrier is not available in the frequency modulation. Here the only two bands are available. So this is the equation for the double sideband suppressed carrier, where AC cos omega CT plus AM by 2 pi cos omega m plus omega CT plus omega AM by 2 cos omega m minus omega CT is the double sideband suppressed carrier. You can see anywhere we don't have any carrier, and this is the and advantages of the double sideband suppressed carrier is the modulation process is very simple. We need no filtering for the modulation of suppressed carrier. And disadvantages, the main disadvantages of the double sideband suppressed carrier is that we don't have any carrier, so the carrier power is wasted, and the bandwidth, because we have two message signals, the bandwidth is high as compared to the SSB and VSB. And this is the suppressed carrier. And this is the double sideband suppressed carrier, and double sideband full carrier. Double sideband full carrier is the same as the amplitude modulation. This is this is the equation, and we know how it works. The message signal is stored in the envelope of the modulating signal. So envelope is something which is the amplitude of the message signal. Here the AC plus M of t is greater than or equal to 0. Then the advantages of this signal is that receiver is simple and broadcasting is very efficient. Because in olden times there were so many amplitude modulated radios have been used for the army purposes. And disadvantages are wastage of full power and wastage of 2 power, because we have three types of signals going through a single channel. So there is so much power wastage. Overall the efficiency is very low. As compared to the FM and some PSK and digital communication systems. The AM because it is amplitude, so there is so much noise is affected by it. And next type of signal is quadrature amplitude modulation. Here the message signal is transmitted on the same frequency carrier with the different phase shift, or we will shift the phase, what we'll do is when the frequency hits some mark and the amplitude, so we will change the don't change the amplitude, but we will shift the phase. The DSP modulated signal has double bandwidth, and the modulating to overcome the excessive bandwidth. We have created the QAM. The QAM has 90 degrees phase shift. So this is the equation of the QAM, where m of t cos omega tt and m2 of t sin omega ct. When the frequency slightly decreases, or when the amplitude decreases, then the phase is shifted. So this is how the quadrature amplitude modulation works. When the phase is down, it shifts. The phase is shift. When the phase is up, again it is shift. So this is how it works. Advantages: we can carry more message signals. We utilize low bandwidth. Disadvantages of complex design, but when we will have so much complex design, the envelope detection technique does not work here, because we have n number of messages carrying through the signal one. So the next is single sideband suppressed carriers. In the single sideband suppressed carrier, we will use only one sideband. We don't use both sidebands, because it has more power. It sucks more power. So in single sideband, we will use it for only low power so we will use it for low power applications only. So it is equal to similar. It is mostly equal to the message signal. The advantages are the bandwidth is very small or equal to the message signal. It has half of the power. And disadvantages is the filtering the SSB is very hard, and the bandwidth filter with sharp cutoff frequencies are required, because there are so many there are two frequencies which are going through it. So we need a cutoff. So we need a sharp cutoff ideal filter. The next is vestigial sideband. Vestigial sideband is used in old televisions. It need sharp cutoff filter, so it is very hard to make. In vestigial sideband, one sideband or little portion of the sideband is used, like I will show you the figure. You can see this is the vestigial sideband. So here the carrier is not there. We will know, because it is vestigial sideband. We will suppress the carrier, and we will take only some part. We will take only this part. So here the bandwidth depends on the how much portion we are taking. We can take any different types of portions, but standard is we will take only 25%. So the bandwidth depends on the portion which we are taking, which is FM plus 25% of FM. So here I will show you thing. For amplitude modulation, the bandwidth is always 2 FM, and for every modulation other than vestigial sideband, the bandwidth is vestigial sideband and suppressed carrier, the bandwidth is different. For suppressed carrier, the bandwidth is equal to the message signal bandwidth. Thank you.